Thanks for tuning into the video. If you want to have any chance of selling your guitar, try not to ruin your chances before you even start. There's a few important things to keep equipped in your informational arsenal before you go online and start selling the guitar. Let's talk about Reverb, or be more specific, their sellers. Reverb has an AI generator to help you write a description. There's literally no reason not to have one. If I see a $30,000 guitar, I'm going to expect a paragraph describing what I'm seeing and a dozen photos to give me some proof. Too many times do I find super expensive guitars, so expensive, with one photo and only a few words. It's the most minimal effort you could make. The real posts will have upwards to a dozen or more photos that are crisp and bright. That's how you typically know it's legit. Like PRS, for instance. The sellers typically take great pictures of their master grade wood library. Thanks, sellers! I go with Reverb first, since they only take a mere 5% of the purchase price, whereas eBay will take up to 10%. Little E, big B. If you're on the fence about selling your guitar on Reverb, I just sold it there last month, even though people say it's not a seller's market. I didn't have any trouble. Just be sure to list any problems there may be along with your guitar. Also, I give a 7-day refund policy so people can breathe a little easier. But that's totally up to you. It's not necessary. One of the biggest problems I find in an online marketplace is that the pictures people take are just far too dark. What finish is that? Is that supposed to be Enchanted Forest? Looks as dark as my basement. Is that where they took this? I'm always the last to know. Could it be my fault? Am I seeing the blue dress again? But realistically, it's actually harder these days to take a bad photo. Chances are, you have a pretty decent smartphone. So what's with this shit? You think this is an independent seller, or you think this is a AAA company? Wrong, it's Guitar Center. Also, companies have a problem with showing you the guitar you're not even getting.
Bruh, what?
It's just the absolute wrong listing. Look, you can see it in the photo. It's a JP Sterling. It's even on the price tag, and they're trying to move this thing for $2,700 bucks. But as I brought up earlier, there's other times when they try to trick you in a bit more subtle way. They'll show you an edited picture of the top color. Yup, that's right. The top it shows in the picture is not even the guitar you'll be getting. The standard photo is usually photoshopped to enhance or emphasize the photo. Emphasize! So you're telling me this is the same as this? That's a racket, right? If you've already seen my Kiesel video, then you already know you don't always get what you pay for. If you haven't, be sure to check it out, as it's a story in its own. I'll be sure to link it down below. What with Smart Visions having super powerful cameras equipped with UV, night vision, thermal imaging, and probably Superman's X-ray, it's a wonder how any pictures are released with such resolution, low lighting, and blurriness. Phones are even equipped with auto gyroscopes and anti-shake technology to prevent all that. But these are things that can be fixed with minimal effort, if people were just aware. So let's talk about the good for a bit, because some companies do know what they're doing. Like Sweetwater, for instance. They take great pictures instead of just regular stock photos. Stock photos trigger me! Sweetwater takes like 20 pictures of each guitar, and they give you like 3 styles for each wood grain, for tops, for weights. They're insane, and I love it. Also, side note, I wouldn't recommend posting a YouTube video about your guitar on Reverb. I just wouldn't recommend spending too much time on it. And maybe for 5-digit guitars, but I could never buy a 5-digit guitar. After a certain price point, the quality just falls off and doesn't get much better. My maximum high zone will be no more than $3,500, and that's fictionally pushing it. What's yours? Feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Don't you people want to sell your guitars? Now, I don't want to make fun, but it's so easy, especially when the cost is just pure laziness. Guitar Center has little excuse, but I guess their photo department is still stuck in the Stone Age taking pictures in caves. But to digress, I actually like Guitar Center. I just hope they fix it so more guitars can move. As I usually browse a website, I see so many good deals caught in the cracks of a lazy photographer. The reality of the situation will likely stagger on for some time, even though Guitar Center just made a statement saying they're going to change their entire business structure. but they're hinting towards more of a physical shop experience instead of an online presence. Will they bring back physical shopping? My web series is meant to be entertaining and helpful, not unlike laxative. A word from our sponsor.
Bruh, there's no sponsor.
Oh, nice. No sponsor. Don't forget to subscribe, though. Thanks for watching.
What, bruh?